Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Jess. Today I decided to do a Q&A and nobody asked, but I'm gonna it's gonna be my new motto. I just googled some questions that would be good for like a get to know me, because I just jumped into vlogging. I never really like introduced myself at all. I think like my first two vlogs were like of me at the gym or like travel vlogs and food hauls, yeah, something like that. So my name is Jess, and I just kind of wanted to like get you guys like a little bit more familiar with me and my life, and then so like when I vlog things will make sense. Yeah, let's get into the video. First question, are you named after anyone? No, I'm not. I was gonna be initially named Rochelle, which is my middle name now, and my aunt's name was Michelle, but she was like, no, it's too close. So my mom asked the nurse between like Jessica, Jennifer, and Jacqueline, like what was the least common name, and I guess it was Jessica, but I mean, I bet she was a great nurse, but I've had 3 Jessicas at least in all of my classes from the time I was in grade 1 to like high school, so yeah. If you could change your first name, what would you change it to? I've always loved the name Amelia, so probably that. Like, it's so classy. So classy. Where are you from? I'm from Canada, a little province like super on the east coast, Nova Scotia. It's like right above Maine and New York for those in the States or that are more familiar with the States. I don't know, nobody ever hears about it. It's just small. It's real small. And like the weather, like I'm looking out the window right now and there's like a huge snowstorm. Not great. So yeah, it's fine. Dog or a cat person? Dogs. Do you have a job? I do. I work at a cute little, okay, I love my job so much. I work as a waitress and as a cook at a little family restaurant that's really close to my house. Best job ever. I got really lucky. I've been there for a year and a half, I'd say. Like, I started as a dishwasher and I just kind of worked up, and yeah, it's great. What are your best characteristics? I'm just gonna go by what I get told from other people all the time. I have a really strong work ethic. Like, I just do shit until it's done. Like, no excuses, no nothing. So I mean, that's a good and a bad thing, I guess, because like if I have stuff to do, like I just will not sleep for days. So it's not healthy, but like, I don't know, I do get everything done, I'd say. Yeah. What school do you attend and for what? I go to a university where I'm from. It's like 25 minutes away from my house, and I take a science degree. I'm taking a science degree, I guess. Well, not currently, because I had mono. I pressed pause on university because like I couldn't go to class. I couldn't go to class for a while, like almost 2 months, and I was like, I'm just gonna fall way too far behind. I got a doctor's note that says like I can't go to school until May, so I start up as soon as the summer courses begin. I'm taking psych and neuroscience, and I'm taking stats. Yeah. What is your biggest accomplishment? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a little mini story here. So when I was 12 years old, we were competing in, because I used to do this as like my main competitive sport, sprint, kayak, and canoe. We had nationals here one year, and so it was my first nationals ever, and I was in like a U19 race for war canoe, so that's like a big canoe with 14 people in a cock, so 15 total. And we barely skimmed out of nationals, got 5th in the finals, so we were like pumped with that. And so we went home. It was the last day, like midday, and then I was like 2 bites into a McFlurry, and like I'm a foodie, love food. I just on my 2nd bite, and I was just so excited because I was so friggin' tired. And then my mom was like, drop it. And I was like, what? And she was like, put the McFlurry down. Race got recalled. We have to go back to race, and so we did. And I was like sort of pissed because like I would just wanted to eat my McFlurry, and I mean I was 12, so. But I was also like, oh my god, this is like an opportunity. I didn't think of anything about it because we got 5th, and we were like surprised we got 5th. We were even surprised we got there at all. We didn't really train together before. We went back to the race, and then we raced. Everyone was like, all the older girls were like not having it. And then so like our coach gives a big speech. We went out there, bronze medal. Like honestly, it was just like the biggest shock when we crossed the finish line. I looked up because like you're like kneeling on one knee and your like head is down because you're like paddling, and so I like looked up and I saw, because it comes on the board, so it was like this club, and then our club, and I was like, oh my god, we got 3rd. And I was like, oh my god, we medaled. And then I looked around and people were crying. Like our coach jumped out of the boat, like screaming and celebrating. Like honestly, the most phenomenal, breathtaking experience of my life, and I will never forget that day. What is your favorite sport? Sprint, kayaking, canoe, obviously. I don't watch any sports though. Not for me. How many relationships have you been in? Ooh, juicy question. Not really, because I've only been in three like committed, like titled relationships. I think they've been from 6 months to almost 2 years. So I've been in 3. Yeah. I just won't go into that. I guess I had like 2 like flings where we were like not really like seeing anybody else, but there's no title. There's just kind of like sizzled out. So I guess like if you count those through 5, but like really only like 3 where I could say like boyfriend, girlfriend, like we had that title. But that was all in the past now, and we're just gonna move on from that. I don't know, it's so hard to date, like, oh, that's actually my next question. How old are you? I'm 19. So, at 19, it's so hard to, like, date. I think it's just, like, for me right now, a lot less stressful to just kind of do my own thing. So I'm probably just gonna keep doing that for a while. But, yeah, my birthday is November 5th, 99, so that would make me 20 this year, but I am currently 19, will be 20 in November. What is my eye color? It is green. If you can see. It's green, but it has like some yellow and some blues and a little bit of like hazel in there. So, but primarily green. What inspires you? I think people that just don't give a shit at all. Like they just don't care what other people think of them and just do things for them like that they want to do. What is your favorite drink? I would say coffee with almond milk, like a latte. Kombucha. Alcoholic, I like pretty much like vodka and anything. So like vodka waters, vodka lime water, vodka and like Perrier. Those are like the 3 like go-tos. I don't drink very often, but if I do, I opt for vodka. What is the one guilty pleasure you enjoy too much to give up? I knew my answer like as soon as I saw this question. Like anything with a bunch of like drama and gossip. So like any TV show like Kardashians, Housewives, Bachelor, Bachelorette, you know, that kind of stuff. I don't really have a lot of gossip or drama in my life. Like, I hate drama like when it involves me, but when it's like other people and like a show, I don't know. I'm just so nosy. Like I just love like any Hollywood drama, like reading about it. I don't know. What is your favorite social media channel? Like, I'm gonna go for YouTube on this. Like, let's just like assume it's like YouTube. Okay, so the first person I think I ever found on YouTube that I still currently am subscribed to and like follow up with consistently, like watch her videos, was Nikki Blackketter. They like Grace Fit UK, Sarah's Day, Whitney, Simmons. Yeah, there's a lot of them. If you inherited $100,000 right now, how would you spend it? I would invest it. I mean, I would buy a camera because I'm currently recording on my iPhone. And I mean, like, it's fine for now. I'm working towards buying a camera, but like in university, when you're saving for university and vacation, like there's not a lot of extra money. And then I would invest the rest. How old do you think you'll be when you get married? I don't know. I feel like late 20s, early to mid 30s. So like, we're like way down the line. Do you have a tattoo? I have several tattoos. I have this little guy. I have this one, it's a map of the world, and then I have a big one going up my back, and then I have persevere in cursive like right below, wave and coordinates with my best friend on my side. And I think that's it. Yeah. Dream job. What is your dream job? Well, sis, let me tell you. One of them is being like, I don't know, having like my own business, but the one I'm working towards right now is like to be a doctor of some sort. So whether that be like a medical doctor, like, you know, like your family physician, or like in a hospital, or be like physio and osteo, chiro, anything like of that, like, you know, medical field. So it would be cool if like I could do like a balance. Do you have any pets? I do. Rosie! I have a dog. She is 5. Sorry. What do you consider unforgivable? Cheating. That was like the easiest question. I think it's different when you're like in a marriage or like a really long-term kind of relationship and you're like older, but like when you're young, I don't know, like it makes sense that people will like want to go experiment and stuff, and that's cool. Like cool, do your thing, but you know, if you want to do that, like it's not your place to be in a relationship unless you're like on both sides, like cool with an open relationship. If they're gonna cheat on you when you're young and like, I don't know, you've been together for a year, then like what happens like when you're together for 20 or 40 years? Like are they gonna get bored? Like I don't know. I don't think like at this age like it's forgivable. Like I'm like you should just move on. Even though it feels like the end of the world, it's not. And there's so many more people out there that won't cheat on you. So I just think like cheating to me is unforgivable. I mean, I don't even think that I could handle it like if I was old. Do you believe in love at first sight? I think you can be like drawn to somebody. You can see them, they like catch your eye, like, are so attracted to like the way that they like talk to somebody, or you know, like what they're doing, or like the way that they present themselves. It really happened to me where I'm just like drawn to like a person as soon as I see them, and they stand out in a crowd, and like I've gone on to date them and stuff, but I don't think that, well, no, I can't fall in love with somebody like instantly. It takes like getting to know them and, you know, like bonding with them and like experiencing things together. Like you don't just like look at someone and fall in love. Well, I don't. I don't know. Maybe other people do. Who sent the last text message you received? Right before I started recording this, my mother and I were having a conversation, so it would be my mom. Last question. Who was your first friend in college? Okay, so it's different for me because I didn't go away. Like I stayed at one of the local ones here in Nova Scotia. So to like where I live in Nova Scotia. So I like most of my big friend group now are like people that I met from like junior high or high school. Like a big part of my friend group are people that I have known for a really long time, or at least a few years. And so I think like the first friend in college that like I've stayed consistently in touch with and I talk to like all the time, like every day kind of thing, is Anastasia. Yeah. So we're bonded now. So that was all the questions that I found for the Q&A, and if you have any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them if you leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because next week, or in I think like maybe 3 days, I'm starting a series about getting like back on track kind of for summer situation. Like, you know, when you go on your abs, go into hibernation mode because it's winter, and that's just what happens to the best of us, I guess. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.